Greetings and salutations. I'm Gil.
And I'm Gil, and this is Strategic Prepper.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, I want to give you guys an update on the property. It's beautiful weather. It's been raining for the last week, but the sun is out. Ground is getting dried up a little bit. So it's end of September. We're going to do some fall planting. So got a deal over here on the red mulch. And got like 100 bags of them. Clearance sale. Maybe we got a little extra, but never too much mulch. We got some topsoil ready to mix with the ground soil to help our plants start off great. What are we going to plant? Well, first we got some rose bushes, also on clearance. So we're going to be putting those near the gate. Those thorns make a great addition to the security. So inside, outside, I think we're going to do a little bit of both. Surprise locations. So got those rose bushes. Also, let's come over here. Let's come on over here. I've got blackberry plants, blueberry plants. Those are all going in as in just about 20 minutes. Got some fruit trees that are going to go in. I've got 4 apples, different varieties, 2 pears, 2 different varieties. And in addition to those, I've got, let's come over here, my 3 teeny weeny Fuji apple trees. Tell me if I shouldn't be planting them yet. I want to get them in the ground, see how they do. They're really struggling since we moved to Tennessee. They were doing great in Louisiana, but we kind of overexposed them to heat, and they're still alive. They keep putting out leaves, and they do not want to die. So I want to get them in the ground, maybe protect them with some fence, and see how they do. Those are going to be great pollinators for these other apple trees, and Fuji's my favorite. So we've got, what do we have here? We got a couple of galas, a pink lady, and what do we have? A Cortland. That's a pear. That's a gala. That's a pink lady. What do we got here? Honey Crisp, yes. Honey Crisp. So we got several different varieties of apples, including, like I said, the Fuji's, blackberries. We have several different varieties of blueberries. What we've learned, because we always talk about getting out and practicing our preps, we have learned that blueberries are a little tricky. You need different varieties, and you need the right different varieties. So we actually have 4 different varieties that go well together, and hopefully that'll help us get a very big production next year starting. And we also picked up some onions and garlics. Why? Because I was in the store and it said plant in fall. It says plant in fall. And okay, I will. Let's see how they go. We're going to put these right into the ground instead of a raised bed garden. You know why? Any idea? Yes, somebody there got it. Because I don't have a raised bed garden yet. So we have like 25 or so of those onion plants going in, 3 garlic plants. We may put them right up here. There's enough sun up here. We probably do that. They're out of the way. So that's what we got going on today. I will update you as the planting goes on, and hopefully by today, tomorrow, everything will be in the ground. One problem with the trees, though. Trees need sunlight. I don't have enough room for sunlight. I do have this area back here. But this is my truck lane for me to get a truck if I need to get some supplies in. So I can't use that yet. So in the back, if you can take a look over there, you can kind of see where some is cut, but too much shade. So a lot of those trees are going to go down before I plant these trees. So the bushes will be planted today. The onions and all that will probably be planted today or tomorrow. And then I'm going to play lumberjack. Go all Paul Bunyan on the trees. Knock down a bunch of trees. I'm not going to process them to firewood, but I got to knock them down, and then I could plant these trees. That's my weekend. I hope to have it all done by Tuesday. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, let me get to work. Well, got the holes dug. I'm just about ready to plant my blackberries. You see they're not overly deep. So what I do is I go about twice the depth of the root ball on the plant and about twice the diameter. And I've got the native soil set off to the side. I'm going to mix that about 50-50 with some premium topsoil that's got some organic matter like peat moss and all that in it. So I'm going to enrich the native soil, but before I do any of that, I'm going to fill the holes or partially fill the holes with some water, and then I'm going to mix the soil and put the soil and put the pots in, and I'm going to make sure that the root ball is a little bit above the ground. And I will show you that before I cover all that up. And the reason is that the ground tends to settle a little bit because everything's kind of loose. So I don't want this to be below the grade because then it will just hold water, and that water will tend to cause rot and other diseases. So first step, on a nice warm day, I dug the holes, and now, like I said, I'm going to fill them with water. Well, I hope you can see it here. The root ball is a little bit above the ground level, and I will fill the dirt, mound it up a little bit, and then I'll put some mulch over it and make a larger mound, and then put the trellis so that the vines have somewhere to climb. So that's what it looks like. Let me knock out the rest, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, blackberry plants are in the ground. As you can see, just a little bit above the ground level for the root balls, and they're covered with a little bit of soil. So the next step here is to put in the trellis, water the ground that I just dug up from the top, and then I will cover the piles with mulch, and I will show you that when I'm done. All right, be back in a bit. Well, I'm finished. Trellises are a little crooked. I could fix those later. But as you can see, got mulch around the mounds, and I also mulched out a work area in the middle of the two rows for me so that I can keep the mud and weeds away from that. But there we go. 8 plants, blackberries, ready for next season. Also, we got the roses. And we had actually determined, we did a sunlight study and found that the main entrance here is not adequate as far as sunlight for these plants. So we are moving them, or have moved them, over to this fence line. So we've got 5 or so over here. So we are making progress, and I will update you when the blueberries are done. All right, blueberries are in, just like the blackberries. Now here I am rototilling the ground so that I can put in the onions and the garlic. And just wrapping up, this is my new rototiller. It is a work saver, and they're in the ground. All right, I am done with this planting. I just have a few things to do. There's a couple of pear trees up there. Some apple trees. Let me zoom out here. So I've got half a dozen apple trees, or six or half dozen, one or the other, and a couple of pear trees. And as I showed you, I have got the blackberries and the blueberries. Now, in addition to planting, this was an opportunity for me to practice my knots. So I would like to show you my knot. And I'm going to ask you guys to help identify that. All right, so this is the knot that I use on the trees. Basically, the rope comes around the post or around the tree. This rope comes over top and comes around the support rope. And I tie a snug knot, and then I come around again underneath and come from the back, and I come over here. And then I tighten this, and I pull both of these, and what that allows me to do is tighten. Let me show you. Here's one of the knots. So I can grab this, I grab this knot, and look, I can easily tighten this rope around the tree, and it is snug and very easy knot. Now, if you could put on me, I have a question for y'all. What type of knot is that? So the first one who leaves a comment that tells me the type of knot, I'm going to send you one of our morale patches that we just developed, and you're going to love it. So first one who tells me what kind of knot that is gets a free reward. So let's see what it is. All right, thanks. All right, this is it. One final look at our new apple trees. 4 over here. I still didn't plant the little ones. I think I'm going to leave them in the pots for a little bit longer. They're only a few months old. But yeah, got a bunch of fruit trees in. And as I say, second best time to plant a fruit tree is now. Best time is 10 years ago. So seeing how as we're new to the property, we are planting them now. And so got some the fruit trees in, the berries in, practice some knot tying, and till next time, stay safe and stay prepared.